Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to Gamer Masala, and today I'm gonna review this new gacha game, 7 Mortal Sins X-TASY. So if you have played this game before or if you have been playing since launch, this is based off an anime, and this game doesn't quite give you a compelling reason to watch the anime, but it's just a fun game in general, especially if you're looking for something to play on the side. So for me, my primary game is 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, but I was looking for something that I could play, just mostly AFK, and this game does a pretty good job of it. So for this video, I'm going to focus on 4 different sections. The first one is going to be gacha. So if you look at this main screen, gacha on the right, you'll see all of these banners. Then on the left hand side, the first one here is the Awaker Summon. So this lets you use 10 different summons, and these are kind of like the SR tickets in Grand Cross. So if you pull one multi, that's 10 summons, and if you pull a total of 130, so that's 13 multis, then you can choose which 5-star you would like to pick. Initially, when you start this game, you get an option to pick a 5-star, and you can reroll as many times as you want until you get the draw that you like. So you do get 1 5-star in the beginning. I don't know if there are more chances to get more 5-stars. I've rerolled quite a lot of times and did not end up with more than 1. So these are the ones that you initially get. But then you get a bunch of Awaker Summon scrolls, and as you complete the main story, if you complete the side missions and all of these kind of the side quests, you'll end up with a bunch of Awaker Summon scrolls that you can use, and then you can pick one of these. So I started out with Twin Stars Garcias, and these have Liz Revive. So these are this is a support unit, so that's kind of good to start off with. I also chose them again to level up their skill, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So these are sort of the free summons, and you get 1 summon per day that you can use. But the good thing is that you get a summon on many different banners, so it's not just this one. All of those banners, you get a free summon every day. So if you're really lucky, you can even pull the featured unit there. You don't have to spend diamonds on that. Then these are for soul mirrors. So each character has soul mirrors, so get into that in a little bit, but you also get free summons every day for those. Alright, so going into the cast details. So on this page, you can see most of your 5-star. 5-star is not the highest rarity, but that's the highest rarity that you can acquire through draws. And then if you wanted to level them up by another star, you just need evolution gems. So each character can reach a total of 6 stars, assuming you have enough evolution gems, which is quite a lot for each character. So the only one that I do have at 6 stars maxed out is Twin Stars Garcias. So if you look here on upgrade, let's say that it has reached maximum, and you need 3000 evolution gems for them to reach maximum, and this is not an easy feat. So if I were to upgrade Leviathan, I only have 1600. So it does take some time to get all of these gems. So you can do dailies, you can do a bunch of missions, and then end up with a bunch of gems, and those you can use to raise the level cap to 60. Alright, the simplest way to level in here is to train, and you can auto select any of these casts that you want to use for training. So these are kind of like enhanced potions, all of these trainers. It does take a while to train most of your toons just to get them to compete in the arena, and you get a finite number of trainers every day. So in the beginning, there is kind of a curve to this. So if you see, I haven't been able to really max out a lot of characters. I have one at 65, most of them 60, 44, 40 and 46 have not been able to max them, and I've been playing for about 12 days now. Alright, so going back into in here, so if you look at Transcend, this lets you raise your level cap. So right now my level cap here is 90, so if I just hit auto select, I can then raise my level cap. So with this level cap, there also is a boost to your stats. So in Grand Cross, even if you do limit break and not use enhanced potions, you don't get a boost. But in here, once you increase your level cap by transcending, you get a boost, and then you can reach that level to gain more stat boosts. The one thing to know about is skill up. So I'm going to a better example. So if I go to Leviathan, if I click skill up, you'll see that one of these skills is blocked, and you do need one dupe or one 5-star awakener to unlock this skill. So each character has 4 different skills: a basic skill, a power-up skill, a special skill, and a passive. So for Garcia, as you'll notice that I do have this leveled up, just because I did decide to use a dupe here, and then I pulled her anyway. So if you get a total of 15 dupes, a total of 15, you can massively increase all of your skill levels to level 5. But to unlock your special move, you do need a dupe in the beginning. So the special move for Garcia's is that it revives one defeated ally and then recovers their HP by 35%. So this is pretty crazy, and there's only one other unit in the beginning that you can use that has a very similar passive, but this is pretty dope, this effect. Alright, and then if you go to the profile, there is something called Kizuna quests. So these are just to raise your karma. So if you look here, the karma rank is 12, and you can use any of these items to raise your karma rank. So let's just do that. So now it is rank 13, and then for each rank up, you get these rewards that are mentioned over here on the rank bonus. So if you have a really high rank of karma, you can get a bunch of diamonds, you can increase their stats, and you can obtain these blood of saints. So these are usually, you get these through arena, but you can use them to buy a bunch of rewards. Alright, so next up under profile is cast info. So this is just a little bit of info on these. I don't know if you bother to read, I usually don't. And then your voices. The one thing you'll notice here is unlock illustration. So these illustrations will be locked unless you satisfy certain conditions. But first off, if you're playing this game, and if you're playing this on the basic version of this game, then this will be locked. It will say you have gone too far, sir, is what it will say over here, and this will be locked. This is because this contains more interesting illustrations. So if you do have them unlocked, you can go over to those. So I do have one unlocked. If you're into it, check it out. Alright, so now let's go to equipment. So this I have not unlocked yet. This is blood packed, but if you do go to soul mirror, you can equip soul mirrors here, and you can see that there is also an illustration here which is pretty similar to the one that you see where I showed you earlier. But you can also view it here and then over here. So you do need to equip soul mirrors, and these are specific to the character that you're looking at. So to give you an example, I'll scroll over to Shalimar. So for Shalimar, I do have some scroll mirrors here equipped. So you do need those, and once you have those equipped, you can unlock the illustration. And then each character does get star shards. So if you have these star shards, you can complete different sets. It's kind of like the same thing in Grand Cross. So if you have 2 or 4 different sets, then you can complete them to get an additional stat boost. Alright, so the last thing, oh no, we did cover this, okay. Alright, so the next thing up is gameplay. So if you are familiar with most AFK side-scrolling games, this does not break the mold. This is very, very similar to what you normally see. So I'm gonna just do a quick quest just to show you how the gameplay looks like. It's nothing special really, it's mostly just AFK battling. If you have your toons leveled up, you can pretty easily battle, and then you can clear through story mode very quickly. you may be in a situation where you need to increase a lot of your levels for your toons before you can do certain dailies or limited time quests, and that does take some time when you're limited by how many trainers you can get, but otherwise it's very quick to progress through this story. So here I just have auto mode enabled, and auto is the way to go unless you really need to manual for certain bosses. There is a mode in here where there are more difficult bosses where you do have to manual it, but otherwise just let it auto. And you can clear 3 different modes. So each mode, normal, hard, and I think the last one is extreme that I haven't really got into yet. On normal mode, you just get rewards for a 3-star clear. So if you defeat in a certain number of turns, if you don't lose more than 1 cast member or certain things like that, you can get some diamonds and some additional rewards. So they're just cycling through, and there's a speed stat that's associated with each of these toons. So based on that, it determines the order in which they will go. So the higher the speed, and one of the things that GACHA does with her passive is increase the speed and move gauge. So for them to use skills, it needs a move gauge, and your special skill is locked behind how many moves, how many turns you need to take before you can use it. Also, there's an animation for the special skill. So each toon has their own special skill, and yeah, this is the animation, which is kind of well done. The graphics are not the best, but it's really not that bad. Alright, so once you clear a certain number of waves, you will reach the boss wave. And again, this is pretty simple. Alright, here's another ultimate move. So in the beginning, if you're thinking of playing this game, go for toons that you can use to clear main quests quick. So I went for GACHA's, which is a support toon, and unless you pull another one to deal damage, and obviously they have different types, if you pull one to deal damage, it will be a lot easier for you to clear through rather than using a support unit. So she does have one very strong attack move, but the other one is a buff, and her passive doesn't do much in that sense. So Furka and some of the other ones are pretty good at clearing quick. I'm gonna skip through that, but that's pretty much the gameplay here. So if I did clear within 20 turns, I would get 5 more diamonds. So you can always reattempt these missions if you don't clear within those certain number of turns. Then there are daily dungeons where you can get trainers. You can get a bunch of stuff, and you get a certain number of tickets every day. I think it's just 3 tickets that you get, and you can do rank up materials. So these are the evolution stones, and then transcend corridor. These are just some materials that help you raise your level cap. And then there is Star Shard's temple. So this gives you more diamonds and more gold to spend in game. Railway to Hell is the boss battle. So this is a pretty tough one. So as you can see, there is one that I did not manage to clear, but you can always reattempt those and do it. And these are some tricky battles where you most likely would have to manual it. And then you get these Grimoire of 5-star Awaker fragments. So if you have enough fragments, so instead of using a 5-star card as a dupe, you can use these fragments to make a Grimoire 5-star Awaker, and that lets you increase your skill level without needing a dupe. So because this game needs 15 dupes to max out all of your skills, that does kind of help in that sense. One thing I do want to show you here is the shop system. So the shop, there are basically 4 different ones. The first one is the basic one that lets you buy coins, stamina, some medals, and guild points. So these are arena rewards, PvP rewards that you can use to buy 5-star units. So this is actually a feature unit right now. So the good thing is that if you do have enough PvP rewards, you can go ahead and buy them very easily. This is Triza, one of the Pride units that came out, just the banner before this one. And then the regular 5-star units that you get, you can buy them at a much lesser price. So basically anything, and if you do want to summon a random one, you can just use a 5-star Awaker summon orb. You can also get guild points through doing battles in a guild, and then you can use those for a bunch of things as well. The premium shop gives you one free bundle a day, one free bundle a week, and then another one in a month. There is not much to see over there. This is the most important one that you may use. So right now I'm at 6,000 of these things. So these are event items. So once the event is over, I think they will disappear along with the shop. And I don't know if you will be able to buy anything. So right now I am not able to farm 18,000 because there are some stages that I absolutely cannot clear with the team that I have. So if you are playing events, remember you will have to build out your team before you can even farm these events and gain a bunch of these shards. I mean, honestly, I have not been grinding in this game since I do a lot of that in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So maybe it would be possible, but otherwise I don't think that you would be able to farm a lot of these very quickly or within a week or two of starting the game. The Nether Golden Elysium pack. So this is the banner that's going on right now. So I'll show you that. Gacha and then Golden Elysium. So this banner has 3 featured units, and you can buy these units with these things. Golden Testament. So as you pull, you will get a bunch of Golden Testaments, and the more you pull, you'll get more of those, and then you can just buy them. You do need a 20, I think it said, so it would take quite a few multis there to actually get those. The same thing with the Atomic Fem pack. So different packs give you these different things, and you just need to collect enough of them if you were to buy any of these sins. The Pride Descent is the pack that I was going for in the beginning, so I spent a bunch of my diamonds on trying to get Pride Lucifer. So I have 4 of these left. I did not pull her yet, but the next time the pack comes, I might try it if I'm still playing this game. And then the last one is Asmodeus' Soul Altar. So for these, you can use these arena rewards to buy any of these. So you can also buy Pride over here in this box. You can select whichever sin that you want. So all 7 of them you can pick. It's not too difficult to farm these. You can honestly farm everything in this game if you really wanted to and had the time to do it. I'll talk about whether it's worth it in a later point in the video, but just so you know, you can farm it. So right now I have a Grimoire of 5-star Awaker that I can exchange, and then I can use this to level up a skill. You can also summon star shards over here. I wouldn't recommend doing it. The story gives you plenty anyway, but if you did want to, you can summon those. Alright, so considering how much there is in this game, it is pretty difficult, I would say, to unlock a lot of things without going through a serious grind for most things. So you need a lot of trainers to raise your level cap. You need a lot of these minions to be able to transcend, and you also do need a lot of dupes to do a skill up. Other than that, you specifically need soul mirrors, and I have found no way to locate the soul mirrors for these 5-star toons. So maybe that's something that they would introduce. Maybe it's just something that I haven't looked deep enough, but I was not able to find soul mirrors for these. And without soul mirrors, you cannot unlock illustrations. So if you do want to unlock those, then you do need character specific soul mirrors that you need to complete a set. I'm not sure about Blood Pact, and then these are just star shards. So from an F2B perspective, it's easy to farm in this game, and you can grind quite a lot of diamonds that you can spend on different packs, get those tokens, and build your team out. I would not recommend playing this game. I mean, I'm honestly not gonna play this myself after. Mostly because there's just too much grind, and it'll take quite a bit of time to unlock most things in this game. But right now, because it is new, it is very generous. So you can see that you can get 100 free summons. All of these have have events going on, so you can certainly get the seashells that I was talking about earlier, and you can spend those. And then there are more events that are ongoing. You have these spins, kind of similar to Grand Cross, where you can get a bunch of different rewards throughout the day, and those include diamonds as well and awakening scrolls, so you can get those. So there is certainly, this game is generous. You can get quite a few things, but then once you get hooked onto the game, you will realize that you would need to spend quite a bit of money for pulls, to get dupes, to get the soul mirrors and things like that, before you can completely build out a tune. But that's just my first perspective. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, this quick review. And if you want to see more of these, be sure to let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe.